Hi, I'm Rachel Neal. We're going to go over the second part of Leave It because I am all set up and ready to go. I have my leash with me, which you'll be able to see a little better. I kind of like the ones like these because the solid rope is kind of nice, especially if you have a puppy. Puppies are going to be heavy teethers for the first 6 months. They go through 2 sets of teeth, so it's pretty painful. I go over that in my blog, so if you want to read more in depth for that to save some time, I do have that post on Pavana at rachelnealtrain.com. So that's up there with the Pavana, so you can read it. Otherwise, what I'm going to be using this leash for today is for Leave It, our second version. I also like using leashes in general, especially with newly trained dogs. My dog Jez does not have to be on a leash as much because she's been trained for 2 years. So she has a bit of impulse control. She's not going to get into as much stuff as a new puppy or a new rescue would, getting used to a new home. So keep that in mind. Do not have your expectations too high because that is unfair to the dog and to yourself. If you're like, oh, well, I should have been a better da-da-da. It's really hard for those first 3 months to get your dog used to that. My dog very much wants these treats, so let's get started. So I'm going to get the leash on Jez. Sorry, I'm out of camera. So I have a handful of treats. My dog is here. Let's move back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's drop it, and drop it right here. So she's looking at it off camera. Oh, she's a good girl. Leave it. She's looking at it. I'm going to wait a little bit. So when she looks at me, good girl, leave it. Good girl. Now what I'm looking for, you see how she's looking back? So I'm waiting for her to understand that when she looks back up at me, she's going to get the treat. That she's not going to get that one. She keeps trying. That's why it's always good to retrain. Good, leave it. Because like I said, she's been trained for 2 years. So they always need a little bit of a review. Good, leave it. Okay, so she knows that she's going to get the treat from me instead of the one on the ground. And the leash is the thing holding her back. She's talking to me about it. So I'm going to do leave it. I can also wave like this, leave it, and then pick up the treat. If I only have one treat left, I can't do a leave it train anymore. So I'm going to get a watch. Good girl. And then all done. And then release her. Okay? All done. Because that is going to create the expectation of when she's on a leash, she's not going to be able to just pull. Because you're going to run into things on your walks, like rabbits and squirrels are the most popular, but there's going to be other dogs. There's going to be maybe scooters. I mean, even with COVID going on right now, even when people are coming back out into the world, even with masks on, can be really hard for dogs to get socialized to everything. So take things slow. Make sure you have a really high value treat. Go for pauses. Get those watches like I was doing with Jez. Even just a little check-in. Wait until they're calm. Then give them the treat. That's how you're going to avoid things like jumping and pulling. Is if you wait to give them the treat until they are fully calm. Okay? Because then they know that if they're calm, they're going to get things they want. And if they're excited, you wait for them to kind of come through it. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. That's how a lot of the time, for most dogs, you can avoid prong collars. You can avoid shock collars. Because if you wait for them to go through it naturally, you're going to have that natural control that's going to kick in when you need it. All right? But thank you for your time, and y'all have a great day.